Well, thank you very much indeed for tuning into this free video transmission from me, Neil Maurice, on this dateline of Tuesday, the 8th of February. As you can see, I am now well and truly back to base camp, happy to be so, and with you now for the approach to the Cheltenham Festival and how much we're all looking forward to that. And with that in mind, there is a new development. I'll tell you about that in just a moment. Reflecting on yesterday, well, the transmission when I arrived at London Heathrow was a winning one. I know it was a shorty, but I told you I thought it would definitely win. I don't like going short, but that GITMAKER in the first race at Carlisle got the job done well enough in the end. It did look in a bit of trouble early in the straight, but it galloped to the line and was going right away at the finish. Good winner. And today I've got another free bet for you, as I always do. This horse runs in what I think is a very weak race at Market Raisin, where we can get a bit of value. Before that, let me tell you that there is a new addition to the multi-package of services that I have on offer at £299 for a whole calendar year right the way through. And this indeed will now be to the 1st of March 2023. So even longer time for all those services. And this is an ANTEPOST service. Now, ANTEPOST is an entity that I've done very well in over the years. It's the ability really to spot horses that are going for certain big races where the price that you acquire at the time is going to be an awful lot bigger than the price that they are on the day. Now, I've got one going on Saturday. This isn't a great big price actually, but there are other reasons why today is the time to back it. And as we get into the run up to Cheltenham, which really is going to gather pace in the next few weeks, well, there'll be more of those to come. And at Liverpool, Aintree, as they now call it, and for the start of the flat and many other opportunities, Dubai, etc., etc. But today, this ANTEPOST bet runs in the Betfair Hurdle, the featured race at Newbury on Saturday, formerly, of course, the Schweppes, and what dramas we had in those days. But I'd hope there's no dramas with this horse that I'm going to give you, because even at 5 to 1, I think he's value. Now, normally you'd laugh and think, what on earth are you talking about? But when the 5-day declarations came through for the Betfair Hurdle, there were fewer runners than everyone expected, only 14. And that is a sad reflection, really, on where these horses are and the ability of owners and trainers to pinpoint a race like this. I don't know quite what's going on, but this is one of the most valuable 2-mile handicap hurdles in the entire calendar. Only 14 declared at the moment. Of course, there will be a 48-hour declaration stage later in the week, and I think we should get in before that, because the field could further contract. Now, the horse to be on, JPR1, trained by Colin Tizard, a horse named after one of the most famous rugby players that we in this United Kingdom, as it's called, have ever produced. And that, of course, is JPR Williams, who played in that wonderful Welsh team. And everyone knows JPR with his long sideboards, his long hair, and proudly branding that plume of feathers on his red jersey. Well, of course, we all, or I remember him even more for what I think is one of the greatest sporting moments of all time, when he was involved in that wonder try for the Barbarians against the invincible All Blacks, as they were at the time, 1973 at Cardiff Arms Park. And what a try it was by the indubitably greatest rugby player I've ever seen, Gareth Edwards. What a moment. But JPR1, he could give us a similar moment at Newbury, because this novice really impressed me when he was beaten in a race at Cheltenham, and he then went on to go one better without turning a hair in a minor event in the West Country. And since that one day, everything has been geared toward this one day, Saturday, and the Betfair Hurdle. 5 to 1 with Paddy Power, Betfred and Betway, all of them going 4 places. Take that now. Now, today's bet, free to you, is in the 2:10 at Market Raisin, horse number 3, Sweet Spirit, from the Tom Lacey stable. Well, there is a short price favourite in this race, but I think if there's any flaws in it, and this race could come a bit quick, well, Sweet Spirit is the sort of mare that could take advantage. 13 to 2 with Paddy Power going 4 places. 6 to 1, Coral and Betfred also 4 places. She's hardly had any racing under her belt, Sweet Spirit, yet she has shown ability. She's taken home a minor check in her last 2 outings. She was a point-to-point placed, she was a bumper placed, and hardly any racing. She is a mare to get on today, each way, Sweet Spirit, in the 210 at Market Raisin. That's all for now. I'll be back at the same time, 9 o'clock tomorrow, to update the message. And until then, I look forward to it very much. This is Neil Maurice saying thanks very much indeed for listening in, and have a great day ahead.